beautiful yogis. Welcome to Iyana Yoga with Litloto. I am Litloto. So basically this is the first session that we'll have together. Really excited. So just to start, in every session that we have, we'll be communicating what mantra we're using for the practice. So yoga mantras are basically yoga affirmations. They can be words, phrases, or chants or sounds that we use throughout our practice to really center ourselves and bring ourselves back to our inner selves and our breath. Mantras are really powerful in yoga. We actually believe that they really help with self-love. Mantras can also actually, when you say them often enough and you really believe them, can really become a reality for us as well. And so today's mantra that we will be using is I am love. So you are love, I am love. So let's get started. Each gallant warrior's claim, I am the soil from which they came. Welcome to your mat, yogis. So today we are just going to be doing a very easy flow. So we'll start with a few sun salutations, and then we'll end off with one yoga asana that we will be building up to. And today we'll be working with balance, and I'll talk you through a little bit what that is. But we will be working with the tree pose as our main pose for today. So let's get started. So you just want to start at the top of your mat. And before you start, just remember that in yoga, it doesn't matter how hard it gets, you need to keep breathing. So do not hold your breath when you're holding a pose or when it gets hard, because breathing actually will help you through your poses, okay? And throughout your practice. So you're going to stand at the top of your mat. And to start, let's just close our eyes for a little bit. And what we're going to do is we're just going to take a few normal breaths in and out. And remember, as yogis, you want to stand tall. You want your alignment to be correct. So you're going to stand with your feet planted onto the floor. You want to feel each and every toe on the floor. Spread them nicely. You want to lift your knees, so really lift those kneecaps up. You want strong legs. And what you want to do is you don't want to arch your back, so you don't want to do that. You want to just have a straight back, pull your tummy in, and stand tall. Shoulders are back in alignment, and your fingers and your arms are just next to your body. We're just going to take a couple of breaths here. In and out. So now we're going to start with our flow. So I'll start off slowly, and as we go, we'll just pick up the pace a little bit. So we're going to take it real slow. It is our first session today. So what you want to do is you're going to raise your hands or arms up into the sky. You're going to take a slight back bend. So bend, reach for your back wall. You're going to take your arms forward, and you're going to lean parallel to the floor. So back straight. And remember, nothing is ever sagging when we're practicing. So you want to really just tuck your tummy together, strong legs. So we're only going to stay here for a little bit. So just here, you also want to make sure that you have a fist between your chin and your chest, so that your neck is in alignment with your back. If it's available to you, you're going to take your hands to the floor. You can touch your toes. If it's not available to you, you can stay here. It's just as good enough. Or you can bend your knees and touch your toes. You're going to put your hands next to your feet. You're going to take your right leg back into a lunge. Take your left leg back to meet your right leg. You're going to look forward. You're going to put your knees down, bend your elbows, and take your chest to the floor, and you're going to stay there. Untuck your toes, slide onto the floor, and we're just going to start with baby cobra. So with baby cobra, what you want to do is you want your neck to be long and strong. You want your feet to be extending all the way to the back, so stretch those legs. And you want to feel your pubic bone on your mat. You're going to tap those toes again. We're going to go into downward facing dog. So you're going to lift up into downward facing dog. Because this is our first dog, we're just going to take it easy. You can just start walking your dog a little bit. So bend those knees just to get the blood flowing and your body warm. Keep breathing. We're going to raise one leg up and bring that right leg between your hands again into a high lunge. Bring your left leg to meet the right. You are back into that position where you're touching your toes. Look ahead, back straight into that table position. You're going to take your arms up, back to the sky or the ceiling. Take a slight back bend again. We're going to do that on the left hand side. So you're going to bend again. Hands to the floor. Now your left leg goes back. Your right leg meets your left. Stay in plank for a little bit. Strong arms. You want to make sure that all 10 of your fingers are actually planted onto the floor, onto your mat. Knees, chest, chin down. Into baby cobra. Tap those toes into downward facing dog. Now lift your left leg up. Back to the front of your mat. Right leg meets left. And you stay in that position for a while. Arms reach. Slide back bend. Hands together. Hands to heart center. And hands next to your side. So we can just stay here a while just to take a breath and catch our breath. So breathe. So that is basically one round of sun salutation done. So you basically do one side and you do the next. And we're going to repeat that once more time. So now we're going to go a little bit faster because I think we've got the flow now. So this is a very basic sun salutation. So nothing in terms of twists or anything like that added. We'll start adding that as we go. But for now, this is very basic and you are getting just as much as a yogi that's doing things that are slightly harder. Okay, so we're going to go again. Arms up, slide back bend. Arms down, back straight, parallel to the floor. Hands down, your right leg goes back, your left leg goes back. Knees, chest, chin. Baby cobra. Downward facing dog. We're going to hold downward facing dog for a little bit just to challenge ourselves. Remember to use your mantra here. So your mantra helps you through your practice and helps you with meditation to keep you present on your mat. So, I am love is what we said we're working with today. So that's what you keep chanting in your head. I am love. I am love. We're going to raise the right leg. Bring that leg forward. Bring the left leg to meet the right. Look up, back straight. Arms up. Reach for the ceiling. Slide back bend. down. We're going to do the left now. Back straight. Left leg goes back. Right leg goes back into your plank. Knees, chin, chest to the floor. Baby cobra. Downward facing dog. And that is sliding. Left leg goes up. Between your hands. Right leg meets left. Arms reach to the ceiling or the sky, depending on what's above you at the moment. Back bend. We're done with that round, so arms down. We're going to stand in what we call the mountain pose. So in mountain, the mountain pose is a really strong pose. Again, it's very similar to just a normal standing pose, but you're going to really feel the strength. If you think about a mountain, really standing tall and strong. I'm going to plant those feet again on the floor with your toes spreading wide and plant it onto your mat. You want to feel equal weight between both legs, so not standing to one side or so just equal weight between the legs. You want to lift those kneecaps up. So I'm going to face you. So feet are strong, kneecaps are lifting. You really want to feel your legs go into those sockets. Your navel comes, so you're gonna push that your navel to your body. Pull your tummy towards your chest, so really stand tall. Your shoulders are back and down, so first take them back and then take them down. You are not arching, so you are not doing that. You are really pulling yourself straight up. And your fingers this time, instead of just being next to your body, they are pointing strongly down to the floor. Your head is looking straight ahead with your chin parallel to the floor. Your eyes are soft but closed. So you're not clenching like that. Just have a soft face. And you breathe. Stand strong as a mountain. Okay, so release. You can just give it a little shake to release it. It's really hot in here and it's actually winter. So we are done with our sun salutations for now. So now we're going to go into our pose for today, or the main pose for today, which, like I said, is the tree. So that is just us working with balance. So balances are really fun in yoga. Actually, the balance that you get out of in a yoga practice, you can actually carry into your life. So really, really positive thing to do. You have to try and at least do one balance a day. And your balance gets, you'll see that as you get into your balances and you start being able to concentrate and be in your body, your balances will get stronger and stronger. So the key thing with your balance is you want to stay present. You do not want your mind to wander, because as soon as your mind wanders, you will lose your balance and it will show. Okay? And remember, throughout the practice, we're using I am love. Okay, so with the tree, you'll see that with yoga, a lot of poses are either animals or nature things like a mountain or tree. And we basically are just mimicking what a tree is or what a tree does or how it stands. So a tree pose, we're just going to start with, you're going to plant your left leg onto the floor and you're going to just put your right toes or lift your right heel So stand like that, and you're just gonna lift that leg up. And to start, we're just gonna loosen that hip joint a little bit. So we're gonna just open and just do this. I mean, do it as far as you can go. If you're here and that's where you are, that's okay. It's your practice, so you listen to your body. Or you can be there, so you just open up a little bit. Just feel the stretch on this part of your body. And remember, we never work with pain in yoga. You know, a good stretch is always good for you. But if it's painful, then you should stop. Okay, so we're going to do that one more time. So you're going to stretch out. Okay, and now you're going to take your foot and you're going to plant your foot onto your thigh. So some people might be there, so that's also fine. So you want to plant your foot wherever on your leg you are comfortable, just not directly to your knee. So don't put it there because you could strain your knee. So either there on your calf, or you're going to take it all the way up. If it's available to you, you really want to almost put it against your groin. And you're going to open that leg as far as possible. The pain or the stretch that you should be feeling is on your hip, on your right hip. What you don't want to do with trees, you don't want to do that. So you don't want this part going outside, so you outwards. So you want to just be straight up and tall, like a beautiful yogi. Okay, so you're going to raise your arms up. These are your branches. Okay, you are in a tree. So with balances, what we use in yoga is what we call a dristi. So that is basically a spot anywhere that is not moving, that you want to concentrate on to help with your balance. If you concentrate on one spot, you are likely to concentrate and be present. I am love. You just concentrate on that spot. And to test your balances, we're just going to move your tree branches a little bit, just your branches. You can put your hands together and put them on top of your head and open those elbows wide. Stand tall. And smile, because it's not that serious. Okay, I lost my balance there a little bit, but that's okay. And you'll also see that some days are better than others, depending on what's going on in your life. But you want to try by all means to stay present. Okay, we're going to take our branches back up and bring that side down. So bring your arms down, take your foot out, kick, and take it down. So we can stretch it out and dance it out a little bit just to feel the difference. And when you feel now, you'll feel that your left leg, or should feel that your left leg is much stronger than the right leg, because obviously it's been carrying the whole body. Now we're going to do the same to the right leg. So you're going to lift that heel up on the left hand side. You're going to put that foot up and you're going to stretch. So let's just start with the hip openers and back and stretch. And back. Okay, I'm going to take your foot again. You could be there, that's okay, or all the way up to your groin. And also you'll see sometimes the legging actually slides your foot down. So you want to just make sure that if it is a legging that is, or tights that are slippery, you put it directly onto your skin. And you take your branches up. Find your dristi, the point you can use for concentration. And remember, I am love. I am love. Let's test your balance again. Move those branches. Smooth them naturally. Put your hands together again onto your head and move those shoulders backwards. If you look on your side, you shouldn't be able to see your shoulders. Really push those shoulder blades together. Okay, back up, down, and kick that leg before you put it down. Okay, so now both legs should feel really strong. And that's the thing about balances as well. They really will strengthen depending on what part of your body you're doing. If you're doing balances with your leg, they will strengthen your leg bones and your leg muscles. If you're doing balances with your arms, they'll also strengthen your arm bones and muscles. Okay, so that was our main pose. So for now, I think we can go down onto our mat. We're just going to do one fun little pose, basically a resting pose, just to get our energies or breaths back down. So you're going to go down naturally just on the floor. We are just going to do a child's pose. Okay, so the child's pose has different variations as well. So you want your thighs together, your calves together, your feet together, and you're just going to sit up for a little bit. Sit tall, and again, remember in yoga we never sit like this, even when you're sitting in the office. Yoga never sits like this. You sit up and tall. Okay, so with this child pose, you're either going to just go down and touch your the forehead to your mat, and your arms are behind you, and that's a child's pose, and that's good enough. This pose is really one of my favorites. And we might be at different places. Some people might not be able to get all the way down. That's okay. So wherever you are, so some people might be there where their thighs and their calves are not really meeting. So you just listen to your body and you be where you are. And even in this pose, you are breathing. Okay, you can come back up. So that is it for today. And please remember, for the rest of the week or however long it will take for us to meet again, keep using the mantra I am love. And I really hope you feel it. Yeah, a very short video. I hope that it really brings value to you. And I will see you next time.
I am the soul.